I'm here with the one and only Calvin Ford, the coach of Gervonta Davis, and plenty more fighters. What's going on, my
Yeah,
brother?
a lot. I ain't nothing, man. I was sitting back when you called watching some D-Ray comedy, man. Sometimes you gotta look at some stuff to make you laugh, to keep your mind like, having fun. That's all.
Absolutely, man. You getting ready for war, man. How's our training camp going so far?
And training camp has been training camp. It's been a happy camp, training camp for us. Not as tense, it's tense, but it's not tense for the fight. It's the tense for us, the mental aspect of the boxing, because I have to keep Tank at bay, like, listen to the media. He's where he's at for a reason. You have to be mindful, but looking at how he's training, he understands the service. And then I'm always putting him in his head, we have to get ready for the others, you know.
The others, who we talking about?
Like the four kings, they say.
Mm, mm.
It's like this remind me of the um, Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Got different kingdoms, different places and stuff, but we just that kingdom just making the most noise.
I just got off the live with Zab Judah. We do a big
My
Sunday
God,
thing. Yeah,
I
he's a
like
big
him. He a
fan.
good dude, man. Good dude, straight up, no sideways with him. Tell you what he got to tell you on his mind, and that's it.
And he's a southpaw, so he loves Tank, and he got the
Yeah,
big bomb. Um, you know, uh, we talked about like how these fighters normally, when we talk about like, the lucrative divisions, we talk about the welterweight division, we talk about the heavyweight division, and then now it took a turning curve, and now it's the 35 division, like starting from the youngins. Like we
I
normally
said that.
we normally see these guys like starting their careers at 30 and fighting guys that they're supposed to beat.
Hmm.
Now we got this new era of boxing. How does it feel to be, in the biggest stage of your life, Tank's life at this point in time?
I don't feel as this is the biggest stage. I just feel as though this is a stage to the stage. You with me? That's how I look at it because of I guess I don't just study. I study coaches. I don't study fighters, and I study the heads to be the business side of the boxing part. You understand? Because that's what controls everything, and that's what the fans don't understand. If it doesn't make dollar sense, it's not going to happen. You know, that's like when I had made a statement that um, Terrence and what's his name is going to fight. They didn't have actuals on the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I hold to that when Tank was coming out the pandemic, he was the first one to be the first fighter to actually do a coming out the pandemic, having everybody there, and his numbers was good. You know what I'm saying? And then when Ron made this fight, everybody buzzed in on this fight. Ticket sales is crazy. You with me? So when they looked at it, it could be a match. When I sit back and listen to Bob, and I sit back and listen to them, Eddie Hearn, and them talking about the business side of boxing, the business side of boxing and whatnot. It's just like shooting dice, waiting for that point to come up. So when they talk about guaranteed money or money and stuff, the fighter had to believe in himself at the same time. My man Derek said something that hit me. He said, "There's only a few boxers that's making real money, as far as gate wise, and which that is true. You know, um, even looking at the dynamics of boxers, young boxers that we got, they had to get on certain cards. Certain fighters are not fighting because the companies don't want to take a chance because they can't put asses in the seats. You know what I'm saying? So all that plays a factor, and people have to understand that you could be a great fighter, but if you can't put asses in the seat, what's the point? You know, I'm just throwing money in the fire, really. But if it makes sense, the network only going to get a promotional company a certain amount of money for that particular fight that makes sense to them that they want to show to the world. And that's what people misunderstanding and whatnot. That's why I said they say the fight's going to happen, but it has to make sense. Um, when you look at African American fighters fighting against each other, we pull them from the same pool. The regular boxing people are going to buy into it, but can we get that other percent to buy into it? And that's where the extra money coming at, you know.
100%. And when we talk about those four kings and we talk about pay-per-views and we talk about, asses and seats, you got the number one guy on, that roster. And you're right, it's all about how you handle, Tank now. Now being a star, it's about how can you be even a bigger star.